TV. That's what our daughter said this morning when she had to turn the TV off.
It's because Alex did it last night.
Instead of pressing a button, she told the TV to turn off.
Yes. I mean, to be fair, I tell people the story all the time of Alex searching for a basketball net. So for those of you that haven't heard that, the story is Alex came home last school year, and he'd been playing basketball at school, and he asked me, he said, "Dad, how much is a basketball net? Can we get one?" And I said, "Well, they're kind of expensive, buddy. I mean, keep in mind he's 6 at the time, so maybe we won't get one." And he then asked me, "Can I have your phone?" And so I thought about it, and I thought, well, he's a smart 6-year-old, but he probably doesn't know how to spell how much does a basketball net cost. So he grabbed my phone, and he yelled at it, and he said, "Hey, Google, how much is a basketball net?" And as I'm saying that now, my phone is starting to activate and is actually searching for it right now.
Here are listings for how much is a basketball net near Perth.
There you go.
Amazing.
So if you didn't hear that, it says, here are the results for how much is a basketball net near Perth. That's kind of how our kids are growing up right now.
Yeah,
That's how
totally.
they will never search for anything. They're just going to yell at various things around
They
the
don't
house.
even know how to write. They won't need to know how to spell.
They won't.
No.
I'm a believer in that.
Goals.
They will not need to know how to do that. Yeah,
No.
absolutely.
So what we want to chat about today essentially is the idea of, we always think about these trends, right? Like this is how kids are going to be using the internet as they grow up. But currently right now, as we look, we're in
$171, by the way.
We're in 2020. I get interrupted all the time. And basically, what are some of the trends if you're thinking about your business or your organization? What should we be using to help market ourselves? And it's just doing a bit of a reflection piece on that.
There's a lot of conversation about what's next. And we have this tendency, because keep in mind, right? So 15 years ago, so here we are at the beginning of 2020 right now. And 15 years ago, the majority of us did not have a smartphone. We may have had a cell phone. I can still remember my Nokia flip phone that I had. It was new technology when we moved to the smartphone, and that was only 15 years ago. And now we do everything through them. People are moving away from having computers because you can do everything on a smartphone. So because those 15 years have moved so quickly, we're always worried about what's next so we don't get left behind. And we have a tendency to get a little ahead of ourselves, I think, sometimes.
And overwhelmed as a result.
Absolutely, and overwhelmed. We talk to a lot of people that are, I want to sell on Amazon, and I want to do this, and I want to do that, which is great. And I think it's fantastic. If you're ready to sell on Amazon, then you're ready to sell on Amazon. But most of those people aren't posting consistently on social media yet. So the goal of selling on Amazon, you haven't learned how to drive people to that yet. You haven't learned how to connect with people yet. So Amazon's not necessarily next for them right away. It's in the future plans, but it's not next right away.
Yeah. So it's thinking almost like about, what are you currently using and how is it working for you? And if it's not working for you at the same time, are you actually using it to its best ability?
To that end, there's a lot of people that still say, like, where should I be advertising? What about Google AdWords? What about this? What about that? Google AdWords are great if you're really, really good at them. Search engine marketing is really good if you're really good at it. For most of us, the place we should be is Facebook ads, Instagram ads. Social media advertising is still new enough that a lot of us and a lot of you that might be watching this aren't doing it yet. That's the place that you should really be investing some time right now. Before you build an Alexa skill, before you build that voice app, before you worry about augmented reality or virtual reality, you can do that, but you're 15 years early. But before you're there, when was the last time you ran a Facebook ad campaign or an Instagram ad campaign? And if it worked, great. And if it didn't work, is it Facebook's fault? Or did you do something wrong? Is there something you could do better?
How can you hone on that skill a little better?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it?
I guess so.
Google, turn off the camera.